What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Smiths. We're continuing through their 1984 self-titled debut album. I've enjoyed the first couple songs. Neither of them have been ones that I remember my ex-girlfriend of about 20 years ago listening to. As I mentioned before, she was a big fan. So it'll be interesting to see at what point I start hearing some of those songs. But yeah, bottom line, the songs that I have heard so far are very cool, and it does remind me of what I came to enjoy about Morrissey's voice and his sort of like fluidity and agility at some of the sort of like melodic turns. I love the sort of combined nature of the sort of like light or at least like floaty kind of sonics mixed with some dark lyrical themes or sort of some like self-critical or sort of ruminating kind of themes. I do enjoy that sort of contrast and complex sort of blend. And once again, shout out to them for being sort of a really successful indie rock group. My understanding is that they sort of, kind of pulled them up by their own bootstraps, or pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps, and they weren't part of the sort of major label sort of paradigm when they got their start and became very popular. So shout out to indie rock. But yeah, let's get it. This is the Smiths, and the tune is Miserable Lie, which I have to say, it's another phrase that I think fits in with what I've understood to be kind of the flavor of Morrissey's lyrics, these like kind of pained, introspective, and sort of lamentative assessments of oneself, of a connection with another person, of the psychology at play between different people. So the idea of a miserable lie, it's a lie that perhaps one had to issue or they felt they had to issue, but which, has terrible consequences or is not representative of the way the person really feels, and perhaps they wish they could express that genuine sentiment, but they're not able to for one consideration or another, and therefore it's a miserable lie because it gives a false picture of who they actually are or what they actually think. It's a phrase that can manifest in a number of different ways, but again, I think it perfectly encapsulates the sort of like dark melancholy of what I understand a lot of Morrissey and Smith's themes to be driving at, but I expect it to still be sort of an enjoyable and kind of floaty or smooth tune. So let's get it. This is the Smiths. The tune is Miserable Lie, and it's the third track on their 1984 self-titled album. I love it already, for precisely what I was just saying. So but again, it's not one I think I know. She must have not listened to this album that much. Stay with mine. There's something I can't trust. It's not time. It's not. But you can feel the passion in his voice, even though it's like sort of eccentric and again fluid. I love your casual ways, yeah. We feel very, like, new wave post-punk here. What? Yo, I was not prepared for this. The windswept mystical air. What do we get for trouble and pain? Trouble and pain? didn't know this either. It's almost like a western feel to it also though. There's a little post-punk, a little punk rock, a little western. And he's singing up there. My favorite one so far. I've said that a couple times, but yeah, definitely my favorite one so far. I had no idea. How does he sing like that? Real. Get out of here, Morrissey. Yes. Stop suddenly. But not yet. There we go. Again, that's you know, I was saying post-punk, that's like right on the edge of like punk in the sort of early 80s phase. Again, the tone is a little bit different than you get, say, with early 80s Bad Religion or Subhumans or so on, but man, that was a cool tune, and that reveals a side that, again, maybe it was just my old girlfriend didn't so much listen to this album, maybe it was, you know, some of their later stuff. Although, again, I know by the time you get to, what is it, 87 or 88, they've already broken up, so I know it's not like a long temporal period they were together. They were short-lived, as they say. But that was brilliant, and that reveals a sort of angle I didn't realize, which, again, it's a faster, more aggressive and kind of energetic flavor, which, again, I've heard energetic tunes from them before. My favorite tune that I know from them prior to doing this deep dive is Bigmouth Strikes Again, and that's got some energy to it, although it kind of feels like if, you know, Bob Dylan made a song in the 80s or something. Like, it just, I know he did make songs in the 80s, but my point is, it kind of has like a energetic, like folk rock sort of feel, whereas this had a different vibe. This felt, again, very post-punk or even punk proper. So yeah, super cool tune. Probably my favorite so far. It's probably not the last time I'm going to say that, but yeah, really cool track. Do let me know what you think of that one. Lyrically, I got to hear it some more. I picked up a little bit, but then like I do think there was a large part of the song where it was more like melodic, like falsetto runs and so on, more than proper lyrics, although even then maybe I was mishearing that. But yeah, super cool. Do let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.